4 to 5 years ago, you went through a situation that, at best, some people would consider it a moment where you should have lost your mind, where you should have, just basically checked out. People were afraid and worried about you. They didn't know if you were going to pull through because what you went through was earth shattering. What you went through, they watched a spirit, a aspect of your spirit be broken through your experience. And they wondered if you were going to make it. And your spiritual team is sending me to give you a message. This message is very, very specific for somebody. And I need you to listen up. So whatever that situation was that happened 4 to 5 years ago, and they're telling me you'll know what they're talking about, because they're not giving me most of the time they usually give me a specific incident or event. This must be something that's broad for the collective, because it's something that multiple people will be able to resonate with, but they need this message to get out the same way across the circuit. So anyway, they need to give you a message. What you went through 4 to 5 years ago is coming back around. This time though, see, and I heard you gasp. I heard you gasp because you was like, oh my God, I don't know if I could deal with this again, because I'm finding myself back in the same place where I was, and I barely made it out the first time. But Hadida, I'm here, I'm standing, I'm strong. And actually that time was the time that you figured out what your real strength was. That was the time that when you were tested, you knew after that, couldn't nobody tell you shit. That's literally what I heard. Couldn't nobody tell you shit after you came through that storm. You was like, I just survived through that. Most people would normally be laid down in the psych ward, having a hard time, an addiction of some kind. Instead, you triumphed. You triumphed more than anybody could have ever imagined. And your spirit team wants you to know there is a small glimpse of that situation coming back around. And you might already be going through the storm of this thing. But do not despair, because it has to come. So 4 to 5 years ago, this situation was not closed out. When I say it wasn't closed out, it was not completed. The situation wasn't completed to the point where you could walk away and you had complete victory. You made it through, but you didn't have complete victory. Your spirit team is saying it's coming back around, but it's time to get complete victory. So do not get caught up. This is the message. Do not get caught up on the way that things look. Do not get caught up on the things that you're going to have to do to close out the chapter. Do not get caught up on the money you may have to spend. For some people, I'm hearing court. I'm hearing lawyers. I'm hearing child custody. I'm hearing divorce papers. Do not get court. I'm seeing a justice card. And the justice card in the Light Seer Tarot, her reality looks one way, but when she looks at her reflection in the water, she looks something totally different. Where you're coming from, you look like one thing, but baby, where you're headed, you look like something different. In a beauty and a glow and a light that people cannot fathom, because all they could think about is the fact that, sorry, I got I feel something in my, all they could think about is the fact that you literally triumphed over the situation. So do not despair. My point is, do not despair about what you're going to have to do to close out the cycle, because it's very much necessary in order for them to bring you at full force victory. Because, baby girl, and if you're here, because July, beloved, is bringing this energy of intense victory. Number 2, financial abundance beyond your wildest dreams. financial overflow beyond your wildest dreams. But it's going to take for you to go through closing up a damn chapter that started 4 to 5 years ago. And this chapter is kind of acting like a rites of passage to this new place that you're about to, this new place and status that you're about to walk into financially. It's acting as a rites of passage because, see, they got to know that they can trust you. See, what you were praying for, because you were praying for, okay, so the financial glow up, I just heard the financial glow up that you're about to go through right now, you were praying for 4 to 5 years ago. You were doing all the work 4 to 5 years ago. You maybe even started your journey on where you are right now 4 to 5 years ago. The thing is, they couldn't give it to you back then because the person that you are right now was not the person that you were back then. Therefore, you would not have been able to handle mentally, spiritually, energetically, neurologically, meaning your nervous system, would not have been able to handle the glow up to this point. So now you're heading into a space where you're about to have full victory over something that should have really ended your life, but you have victory over then. You figured out how to triumph over it. You've been running your course. You've been doing your thing. You glowing up. But now you're about to enter into a space where you're about to fully have victory over that situation. And along with that victory is coming massive abundance, clarity. Your health is about to be optimal. When I say optimal, like you have some things about your health that you've been worried about, but you've been kind of pushed into the back burner because you don't necessarily want to focus on them. You've been like really focused on what you're grinding on. So you haven't really been focused on your health. You also have some unknown allergies. So you might need to go to an allergist and immunologist. And I heard you like, oh, I'm into naturopathy. That's fine. But you need to go to an allergist. I just got a real random message. You need to go to an allergist and immunologist to go get checked on what you are allergic to, because a lot of what you've been experiencing in your health is due to some foods and things that you've been eating that you don't know you are allergic to, that you are allergic to. And if you had a knowledge on those, you can alter your diet a little bit more and those things are going to completely go away. This is not a major disease that you thought you've been dealing with. Like you've been on WebMD, you've been on Google trying to figure out the symptoms of major diseases that people are talking about that are coming across your page, and you're like, oh my God, do I have that? No, you don't. And don't be a hypochondriac. No, you do not. You have food allergy. You have food allergy. It's something that you really love, you're allergic to. So go look into that. Real random message. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go to a part 2 and 3. And I feel a story time coming on. So, yeah, I'm going to go to a part 2 and 3. In a little bit, I'm gonna upload this. I'm gonna hop in a shower, but I had to come get this message first because it's been a minute since I've been away from y'all, and Spirit been working on your girl, baby. Spirit been working on your girl. Anyway, I love y'all. Peace. See you in part 2.